Alright guys, so last year I found the case that we're looking at today for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I was super impressed at the low price and the quality of the case that you're getting. I believe this is an excellent budget case. So we are looking at the TineeOwl for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And a huge shout out to TineeOwl for sending this over to me to review for you guys. Now, before we get started, the price on this is $17.99. That's super cheap. 18 bucks for what you're getting with this case, I think is a very good deal. So, taking a look at the packaging, very clean and simple. It does say made for the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Just says TineeOwl in a whole bunch of scrambled letters here. We are looking at the stone color as well as the other two, which we'll talk about shortly. And on the back, it basically says that they aim to be different. A little more information here. You get a little outline of the case, and that's pretty much it. Now, one thing about the packaging that I just am not a huge fan of is this little tab rips kind of easily. If you guys see, I already ripped one out, and this one is on its last leg, but who cares? I mean, that's just a box. It is what it is. You take the case out of the box, you throw the box somewhere, and call it a day. So that's just nitpicking. But anyways, taking a look at the case, you just kind of open the box up like this, and all you get is your case and a little QR code right there for information and if you have any questions or concerns. So that's pretty much it with the packaging. We'll move that off to the side, and let's take a look at the case. Now, you are looking at a completely TPU case with microfiber on the inside, and it's pretty flexible. It's a pretty flexible case because it is that TPU material, but that's nothing to worry about. This case fits on there pretty well. So you do get this very nice stone textured material on the back. This is the stone color, and it's also called a stone textured TPU, which is pretty funny. But stone textured material all the way on the back as well as around the sides of the case. And on the left and the right hand side, you are getting these grip dots. So that is gonna provide you a lot more grip right there on the sides. Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So this is the back. Looking at the inside, it is a very nice microfiber material that is going to protect the back of your phone, and you get some information here. So it says you get a distinctive rounded action button, which we'll look at in a second, strong magnets, grippy sides, and stone texture minimalist case designed by TineeOwl. Now, going around the sides, you are just getting that TPU material all the way around. So let's go ahead and weigh this case. We'll see how thick it is, and then we'll put our iPhone in. So starting off with the scale, we are looking at 50 grams. So she's a little bit heavy, but you don't really feel the weight of this case too much. It is very comfortable to hold, does not feel heavy at all, even with the phone in it. So don't let that 50 grams deter you. I wouldn't worry about that at all. And then taking a look at how thick it is, from front to back, we are looking at 11.8 millimeters. And from inside to outside, we are looking at 2.5 millimeters. So not the thickest case, not the heaviest case in the world. Very, very comfortable to use though. So let's go ahead and take our natural titanium iPhone 16 Pro Max, and we'll put it in here. Listen out for that click. Pretty decent click onto the case. Nothing to worry about as far as the fit on the case when it's put on. If you do drop your phone in this case, it definitely should not come out of the case. So looking at the corners, let's see how those fit. Good. 2, 3, and 4. All 4 quarters have a pretty good fit on them. I would like to see it just a tiny bit tighter, but I really wouldn't worry about it too much. You do have to just kind of give it a little bit of force to get those off. It's not one of those cases that you just touch it and it pops out at all. So definitely nothing to really worry about. Then coming along the sides, of course, this is going to be a completely TPU case. So the sides do have a good bit of give to them. However, it's not just one of those things where if you see I'm just like, flicking my finger on the sides, it's not just going to, peel off right away like something super flimsy. You give it a tiny bit of force and it moves around a little bit. But because it is that TPU, that's just one of those things that you do kind of expect with TPU material. Now, of course, there are tighter cases out there with TPU, but the fit on this one is definitely not bad at all. The camera control button, if you sit here and kind of flick it around, it goes right back to its original shape. We can go ahead and kind of test out how far down it'll go, and it's not bad at all. So the fit I would like to see just a little bit tighter, but for 18 bucks, you really can't complain too much with this case. Now, taking a look at that camera and screen protection, let's give this a little bit of a wipe down here so you guys can see it nice and up close. I am using a full coverage tempered glass screen protector, and you get a pretty decent screen lip on here. So you can definitely set this down on just about any surface and you should be good to go for the most part. And then looking at the camera ring, you do get a very nice proper camera bump right there. So you can set this down as well on just about any surface and you'll be just fine with that. And with that back material, it shouldn't really scratch up at all either. I'm sitting here scratching around with my fingernail. You should be just fine with that. Now, how does this case feel in the hand? And it is really comfortable to hold. No sharp edges. It's not a pinky destroyer at all. It's very comfortable with the grips on the sides, going all the way around the back. I don't find the case slippery at all. I find it very comfortable to use. Everything works just fine with it. And especially for that, again, that $18 price point, that is a really good thing that you're looking for. So let's take a look around the sides of it. Starting off with the top, you are completely closed in there. On the left-hand side, you're completely closed in. And you do have your action button, volume up and down right there. Now, one thing I love about the TineeOwl case is that they made the action button rounded. So you can really feel whether you're clicking up and down or you're clicking that action button. And speaking of those buttons, let's listen to how they sound. Very nice buttons. I would like to see, this is one thing I kind of told TineeOwl last year when I reviewed it, if this case had standalone buttons, whether plastic or metal, I think it would be really, really good. I mean, the buttons are already pretty good, but I think that would just take it to that next level because everything else around about this case is really comfortable, really nice to click. The buttons are built in. They do have relief cutouts, but I would just like to see them a tiny bit more clicky. But really no issues. Every button that you click, you can feel it. You definitely feel the click. They're not muffled. They're not muted, anything like that. So you should be just fine with that. I'm just a case snob, so I really want to make sure that we get the best possible case. And I think just adding those clicky plastic or metal, probably plastic, especially for that price point, but adding standalone buttons would just make it that much better. So anyways, moving along to the bottom, you do have your accurate microphone and speaker cutouts, as well as a pretty nice open USB Type-C port, which let's bring over our cable here, we'll plug that in. We are charging, and yeah, look at that USB Type-C port. I mean, all of your thicker head cables should really fit in here with no issues, or at least most of them. And then moving along to the right-hand side, you are completely closed in, except for your camera control button. Now, those grips are on both sides, which is something that I love to see, but let's talk about that camera control button. It is very nicely rounded. Going around with my finger, I don't really feel any sharp edges at all. I like that they just cut out enough for the button. It's nice and centered, everything is good. And let's test that out. We'll go ahead and open our camera, go ahead and zoom out or in, zoom out. We are good to go. Take a little picture of ourselves. Boom, there we go. And yeah, look at that. So the camera control button, everything is very nice, easy to access, and you can get to it with a flat finger, which is very nice. So really no complaints there. Now let's go ahead and test out that MagSafe on here. So we'll start off with our Apple MagSafe wallet, attach that. There's our animation. And with the MagSafe wallet, it is going to move a little bit. If I sit here and start sliding my hand, it does move. So just be a little bit careful with your Apple MagSafe wallet or your fine woven wallet, really anything like that. If you do have a stronger MagSafe leather or fine woven wallet, it should be just fine with no issues. Now moving along to the Apple MagSafe battery pack, attach that. There's our animation. And let's see. You can go ahead and shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. And it's not coming off. This thing is on there, very nice, very tight. So super good MagSafe on this case. It's not gonna be the strongest MagSafe on the market. There are stronger MagSafe cases out there, but again, $18, $17.99. Just kind of write that right here on the screen for yourself. Write it down on your piece of paper and just remember that, because for 18 bucks, all that you get with this case is really nice. I mean, it's very hard to beat for that price point. And finally, moving along to our Anchor 623, let's go ahead and attach the case, and you do have to give it a little bit of a shake of the wrist for that to come off, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. All of your MagSafe mounts and your car mount, your nightstand charger, your desk charger at work, all that should work with no issues. Nobody's shaking accessories. Nobody's sitting there and picking up their MagSafe base or anything like that. It's just one of those things that I do for you guys to show the MagSafe strength. So pretty good MagSafe on there. I can't say it's the greatest MagSafe. It's not great, but for everyday use, no problems at all with the MagSafe. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other colors. Now it's also going to come in this almost black, which is what they call, now you see this little box, kind of the tab pulled out, so I am going to take it out just like this. Go ahead and set this over there. and it's also going to come in this really nice lilac color. So let's take a look at how they all kind of look on the iPhone. So we'll take off the stone color. Let's go lilac, right? So they're all going to be the same exact case, all same fit. Everything is the same. It all feels good. It all looks good. Just in case, let's go ahead and check out that MagSafe. And yeah, it's pretty much all the same thing. Now, this is what the lilac is going to look like right there. It's fairly similar to the stone. I wish it was a little bit of a brighter lilac case. I feel like somebody who likes a purple kind of case or anything would really like it to be a little bit brighter, but you can definitely see the difference between the two there. And then it's also going to come in this almost black color, which I really like a lot as well. I think it looks really good with all of the phones, but there you go. That's almost black. I think that looks really good with a natural titanium. What do you guys say? So yeah, here are your 3 colors that you're going to get with the TineeOwl case. Let me know what you guys think about this one down in the comments below. Have you ever heard of TineeOwl? Have you ever tried it before? Let me know. Are you interested in an $18 case that gives you all of this? I'm very curious to hear your thoughts. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel. That goes a really long way and allows me to consistently make these videos for you guys. And if you guys want to see another excellent budget case, I'll leave that video right there. If you guys want to see something that's a little bit more pricey, but also very, very protective and one of my favorite cases, I'll leave that video right there.